Hey, Ace is here, and in this video what I want to do is I want to answer the question, is affiliate marketing easy? So chances are that if you're asking yourself this question, you're probably in research mode right now, trying to figure out, what affiliate marketing is. Should you invest your time? Should you put, your effort into this at all? Can you make money with it? Or maybe you've been doing it already for a little while, but you haven't quite started to get the results you want to yet from your business. In either case, I really hope this video does help you. And if it does, guys, I really would appreciate it if you go ahead and give the video a like. And if you like this content, then feel free to subscribe to the channel as well, as I will be adding more content just like this in the near future. So to start answering the question, guys, what I want to do is I want to give you a couple of pointers that I do believe fall right into this category of affiliate marketing. One, I definitely do think that affiliate marketing is the easier way to be able to make money faster as a beginner. I do also believe that affiliate marketing is probably one of the easier ways for you to go ahead and create passive income for yourself as a beginner. And lastly, I also do believe that affiliate marketing is the easier way to go ahead and scale up your business so that you can make some, really high level income, meaning hitting the 6 figures and hitting it to whatever level you want to. I mean, there's people making tons of money with affiliate marketing. Now, does that mean that it's going to be easy? Not necessarily, but the business model overall, guys, is relatively simple. And so what I want to do kind of in this video is kind of walk you through, first off, let's talk about the business model so you understand, how exactly affiliate marketing works, how you can make money with this model in case, you're just getting started and you're trying to figure that out. And also maybe for those of you guys who maybe have already been doing affiliate marketing for a little bit, get you a little bit more clear on some of the opportunities that are out there and that you're focusing on the right affiliate marketing program for yourself so that you can really set yourself up for success in terms of being able to scale up your business and be able to make some really high level income. After that, what I want to do is I actually want to break down for you the way that I believe is the proper way to go ahead and actually build your affiliate marketing business so that you can go ahead and actually start building a long-term business that's going to allow you to go ahead and actually scale up your business as well as be able to really grow it to whatever level you want to. All right, guys, so stay tuned to this video and let's get started. All right, guys, so I've pulled out my trusty whiteboard here, and hopefully I'm going to help you just visualize and really understand exactly how the affiliate marketing business model really works, and more importantly, how you can actually get paid with it. Also, I really hope to kind of help open your eyes in terms of the different opportunities that are actually out there, and maybe open your eyes to some of the ideas in terms of how you can actually make money, and hopefully match your your financial goal to whatever affiliate marketing program or system works best for you. So to start, guys, let's talk about the basic business model. So really, guys, when it comes down to it, everything starts off with a product. So I'm going to draw a little box here. Okay, we're going to say this is your product. Now, what kind of products you can actually sell, we'll talk about in just a minute. But the main idea is that you're going to have a product or a service that you're going to want to sell, right? So you as an affiliate, guys, is you're obviously happy because you're trying to make some money. So basically, your job is to try and promote this product. Now, how you want to go about promoting it, we can, again, talk about it in just a minute. But the main idea is you're going to try and promote this product because the whole goal really is for you to try and sell some of this product. And what happens is that if you make a sale, okay, anytime you make a sale of this product because you're promoting it consistently, right, what will happen is that the company that you've signed up with as an affiliate will pay you a commission, okay, basically for helping them sell their product. Now, how much commission you will actually make is determined usually by the cost of the product, and it's usually like a percentage of it. So to make things a little bit simpler, let's say if the product you're selling, okay, right here is worth $100, so you're selling it for $100, right? And you manage to sell one, there might be a commission structure of where you're making maybe 30%. So that means that for every sale you make, in this example, you'd be making $30, right? So you make $30 for every product you sell that's worth $100, right? So that's pretty easy math. Now, let's talk a little bit though about the product and what are different things that you can sell, as well as different price points that kind of exist and what kind of commission you can kind of expect to make. Okay, so let's go back to the product here. When it comes to products, guys, there's usually going to be physical products as well as digital products that you can promote as an affiliate, right? And there's tons of stuff out there. So examples of stuff that can be physical, guys, can be literally like drop shipping and stuff like that, or you can sign up to things like Amazon. If you weren't aware, Amazon actually has an affiliate program. It's called Amazon Associates, right? You can sell things physically through like eBay or other drop shipping methods, okay? When it comes to digital, guys, there are a ton of different digital services that you can actually sell. Everything from maybe like hosting to software to could be like coaching programs for sure. There could be other things like courses. So think of like training courses, teaching people specific types of skills. So there's a ton of different digital products that you can actually promote as well. Now, the types of commissions you can generally expect to make, guys, is based on how much the product that you're trying to promote is actually worth. So let's talk about the physical side first. So I'm going to change the color here of my pen here really quick, so you can kind of follow along with me. So let's talk about the physical ones first. When it comes to physical products, guys, you have to think about the cost to actually sell a physical product. So when it comes to selling a physical product, first off, the product needs to be made, right? And so you gotta manufacture this product. When it comes to Amazon affiliates, there's already millions of products that exist on their platform. And so basically you get the advantage of just getting to select which product you want to promote, and then you can go ahead and promote it. So you don't have to worry about the actual manufacturing process of the product. However, what will happen though is, because obviously you didn't have to incur any of that cost, right? The product still needs to be made, right? So it exists already on Amazon. Then the next thing is that you need to warehouse that stuff, right? So Amazon has warehouses all over the world, right? And basically they store these products for you. So you don't have to worry about that. So the thing is though, is that because there's already so much overhead when it comes to physical products, right? Every time you sell one, what'll happen is that Amazon only pays a smaller commission structure. So usually for Amazon, guys, I think the commission structure is somewhere between 8 and 12%, okay, of the product that you're trying to sell. So if you're selling a $100 product, that means you'll make like 8 to 12 bucks, right? Now, the good thing is that you don't have to really invest any of your own money, because you don't have to create the product, you don't have to store the product, you don't have to ship the product, because Amazon will take care of the shipping for you as well. Literally, the only thing you're going to have to worry about is just trying to sell it, right? So making 8 to 12 bucks or whatever for every product you're selling is not a bad gig, because literally all you do is promote and collect a paycheck, right? Now, obviously, you're going to have to sell a lot of stuff, right, for you to be able to make a decent commission, which isn't a bad thing, especially if you already have an audience or there's something that just makes sense to you. So a couple of examples of how I see people do this a lot of the times is on YouTube. So I'm not sure if you've ever done this, but I personally have, right? Is sometimes when I'm looking for something specific. So the other day, I was actually looking for some lighting that I could use for when I'm making YouTube videos like this one. When it's dark outside, when it's a little bit darker, when I'm in the office and it's late at night and I don't have this natural light, in here, right? I decided, I need to buy some lights so that I can record videos at night, when I'm in the mood to record videos in the evening. And so I went on YouTube and I literally typed, best lights for YouTube videos, and I found a ton of different videos, right? And there's a lot of guys doing reviews of different lights that they personally use, and I found one video in particular of a guy who basically looked like he was in a room just like my office, right? Where that he had really well illuminated, and he talked about different lights that he uses to create his own video effects. And at the end of the video, he even showed his own personal setup and the different lights that he was personally using at that moment to record that specific video. So I was like, cool, this looks exactly like the kind of video I'm going to be recording. His lighting looks awesome. Those lights look like the one that I want to purchase. So what he did in his videos, he did a review of all these different products. He showed exactly how he was using them, and then what he did is he left his affiliate links in the description of his YouTube video, so for people could easily just click on that button and go ahead and be taken to the particular light that they wanted to buy. And so that's exactly what I did. I was like, that's the light I want to buy. I clicked on the link, and lo and behold, I went ahead and bought that light. It's actually right next to me right now as I'm recording this video. So why am I telling you this story? Because it's a way that people promote these products, and this guy has literally like tens of thousands of views on that specific video alone, but he's literally got, I think, millions of views throughout his whole channel because he does this all the time. So that's a really cool way of being able to build an affiliate business through Amazon, right? And be able to make some pretty cool money, literally just by doing review videos, talking about stuff that you actually like, right? And this can be really, really great if you have like a specific hobby or a specific niche that you're really excited about. And so you can go ahead and share, the different types of products that you're buying, the different things that will help you get specific results, or whatever the case is, right? So think of something like a hobby like fishing, for example. People sometimes love to fish, right? And so that's a great way for you to create like a YouTube channel where you're talking about maybe different equipment that you're using, the different fishing poles you're using, the different lures you're using, the different bait you're using, and all that kind of stuff. And you can literally be an affiliate for all that product, and you can make a pretty good living by just referring and selling people products that they're obviously looking for. So that's an example of physical products. So now let's talk about digital products. So digital products, guys, there is literally stuff everywhere. So when it comes to selecting a digital product, guys, you want to make sure that you're selecting something that makes sense to you, right? Something that you're passionate about, or something that you honestly believe is going to help other people. Because if you believe in the product you're actually selling, it's going to make your life so much easier because it's easy for you to promote. So there's different things that you can do. So for example, hosting, like I mentioned earlier. So what is hosting? So for any of you guys who aren't really aware of what hosting actually is, if when somebody goes to create a website, right? They need to be able to, first off, create the website, but they also need to save that website somewhere on the internet. So think of it almost like an internet hard drive. Okay, and so that internet hard drive is called hosting, right? And that's the only way that people are going to be able to basically visit your website 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And so hosting is a huge business online, right? Because everybody has has a website. There's tons of small businesses that are creating websites for their businesses every single day, and so it's just a huge platform. And so when somebody goes ahead and maybe clicks on a link to sign up for a new website, right? And you can do this in a variety of different ways, right? But the point is that if they click on your link to go ahead and subscribe to a specific hosting program, boom, you just made yourself like $80 or $100 or whatever the case is. So for hosting, usually, guys, it's kind of like a one-time deal. You get paid kind of upfront, and that's about it. For coaching and courses, usually the same sort of idea. But with coaching and courses, we're usually talking about multi-$1,000 programs. All right, guys. So that's the kind of cool thing, is that you're usually going to be selling things that are worth $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, sometimes $10,000 or more, right? And so if that's the case, then what's going to happen is that when you make a percentage of that bigger sale, so this is known as a high ticket sale, basically what's going to happen is you're going to make a pretty good amount of money. Right? So let's say even if you're making just 10% off of like $1,000 thing, that means you're making $100 right off of there, right? But chances are that you're probably going to make a lot more than just 10%. You're probably going to make 40%, 50%, sometimes even up to 90%, depending on the program that you can actually make with these high ticket programs. So if you think of, you're selling a $1,000 product and you're making, let's say, even 50%, you just made yourself a $500 commission right there from the get-go, right? So that's another, obviously, end of the spectrum where you're making a higher level of money per sale, right? Then there's kind of like the medium section, right? The medium section is more like things like software. So with software, guys, what's really cool is that there's a lot of software out there that's going to be more like a recurring income. And so for anybody that's out there who's looking to build passive income, meaning money that's coming into their bank account, month after month after month, that they don't have to really worry about or work for every single month, right? Then software is probably a really good option for you, because a lot of software is recurring. So I'll give you an example of myself, right? I pay for a variety of different recurring softwares that I pay for every single month because they help me in my business. One is ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is a program that I use to build web pages and landing pages and stuff like that for my marketing side of my business, right? And I've even used it for clients and stuff like that. And so it's a really big part of my business, and I pay monthly for that subscription. Other things that people might pay monthly for are things like membership sites, maybe for training or other sort of stuff like that, right? Or there's a ton of other things that people might pay monthly for. But the cool thing with stuff like this, guys, is that literally what'll happen is that you get paid a monthly commission as opposed to just like a one-time thing. You can get paid a monthly commission that, as more members or as you sign up more people, your income is going to continue to grow, right? And so that allows you to go ahead and really build up your income to something that's going to be predictable and it's going to be long-term, as well as it allows you to really scale up to a much higher level. So now that I've kind of described those three different, levels of affiliate marketing, you have your lower end but lower risk sort of options like Amazon Associates, right? So you can basically just start promoting products, creating maybe a YouTube channel and stuff like that to help you build traffic and all that stuff, right? But you'll make smaller commissions, smaller commissions from every sale you make. But then you just gotta make more sales to make a decent amount of money. Then you have the opposite side of the spectrum where you can make high ticket stuff, where you're selling higher ticket things, right? But then you'll be making a much bigger chunk of money away from the upfront. Or if maybe you're more like me, someone who likes to kind of play it safe, likes to be able to slowly be working at stuff, building up your income, building up your amount of sales, so that way you're making a certain amount of money every single month, right? Where it's a lot more regular and will allow you to go ahead and be more flexible to be able to market different things and build your business and scale it up, right? Then maybe that's the option that you might want to do. So now that we've talked about the business model a little bit, guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about how to actually build an affiliate marketing funnel, which is honestly the best way for you to be able to go ahead and actually create a more predictable, more scalable income that will allow you to get paid month after month after month after month. All right, guys, so before we can really jump into the actual details of the affiliate marketing funnel, what I wanted to do is I wanted to just take a couple of minutes to really help you understand why you'd even want to bother doing this to begin with. And, because I feel that a lot of you guys are probably in the same position like I was when I first got started. I would look at the super affiliates in my programs, I would look at the gurus who seem to just be crushing it with the results, and I wanted to do the exact same thing. I was looking at their marketing and I tried to copy stuff that they were doing, but I had no idea what I was doing, right? I was kind of just throwing stuff against the wall and hoping something would stick. And the problem is that when you look at the super affiliates, when you look at the gurus, guys, what they're trying to do, or what they're able to do, is that they're able to go ahead and really market to a really small percentage of people, which is the people who are hot buyers, people who are ready to buy. They have their credit card basically in their hand, and they're looking for a specific program or a specific service or whatever it is that you're selling, and they're ready to buy today. Now, the reality, though, is that the people who are ready to buy today is a very small percentage of people, right? It's usually something like 5% or maybe even less of people, right? And so the gurus and the super affiliates, though, they're able to really capitalize on those people because they have the pockets, they have the money to be able to invest into their marketing, right? They're able to go ahead and hire copywriters, or maybe they're really great copywriters themselves, and so their sales pages are awesome. Maybe they have the money to invest in professional videography, right? So that their sales pages and their sales videos look amazing, right? Maybe they have web developers and stuff like that create their sales funnels for them, and so everything looks awesome, everything's tested properly, everything just kind of works, right? Everything's tweaked, and it basically works like a fine oiled machine. Now the problem is that you as a newbie, you as a new affiliate, if you try to do what they're doing, you're not going to be able to, right? You're just not going to be able to compete at that level. But that's okay, because like I said, guys, the people who are looking to buy today is really only like 5%, if that, of people, right? And so that means that there's 95% of people out there who aren't ready to buy today. Right, there's 95% of people who just need a little bit more help, maybe need a little bit more information, maybe they need a little bit more education, right, to be able to make a buying decision in terms of whether or not your product or service is the right thing for them. And that's what an affiliate marketing funnel is all about. An affiliate marketing funnel, what it allows you to do is it allows you to take somebody who is mildly interested in whatever product or service you're trying to sell, and it takes them through like a sales journey to making a decision of whether or not this product is the right thing for them. And if you do things the right way, guys, it's basically going to help you really automate your business. It's going to allow you to go ahead and create some passive income for yourself. And it's really going to be able to go ahead and allow you to scale up your business to whatever level you want to. So now that you understand why you want to build a sales funnel, guys, what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through kind of how I build my sales funnels and hopefully help you understand why this is so effective and why it's the best way for you to be able to go ahead and build your affiliate marketing business. So let's get into the actual affiliate marketing funnel now, guys, and hopefully this process will help you understand and see, just how powerful this system is, as well as how you're going to be able to go ahead and use this system to go ahead and start making some pretty much sales on autopilot once you have it up and running. Now, the first step, honestly, in this affiliate marketing funnel, guys, is something that not enough people talk about, and it's actually creating content. This is something that I really misunderstood when I first got started, right? Because I used to watch a ton of videos on marketing, and a lot of people would share with you the basic idea of a sales funnel, but they would never talk really about the content that you needed to create to do things. So this is super important, guys, because if you're not creating content, then you're not really attracting people to your funnel, right? The whole point of creating content is to basically try and filter the people that are interested in your types of products or services, right? So that they might want to actually be interested in buying your product or service, right? So I gave you guys an example earlier, in this video where I shared with you, I was looking for a specific type of light, right, for me to be able to create YouTube videos. And so what I did is I went on YouTube, right? And so that's a perfect example of how you can create content. You can go to YouTube, right? And you can create content around whatever niche you're talking about. So in my case, what I did is I went there and I looked for people who were doing reviews on lighting, right? Lighting equipment for video and stuff like that. And I ended up buying a light from them, right? So with the content, what you're doing, guys, is you're basically trying to filter out the people who are interested in whatever topic you're talking about. So if you, for example, are selling hosting, right, like we talked about earlier in this video, you might create YouTube videos on how to build a website, right? The proper way to build a website and the different tools and things you might need to build a website. And as you're creating content like that, right, people are going to be like, okay, cool. So I know that I'm going to need to register my domain. I'm going to need to buy hosting. I'm going to need to do this and that, right? And so boom, you just make yourself some easy sales by just literally suggesting and teaching people what they need to build a website. So hopefully that makes sense. So creating content, guys, is super, super important. So you can create content pretty much anywhere. You can do it on YouTube. You can do it on Facebook. This could be things like Facebook Lives. This could be things like Facebook groups, right? There's so many different ways that you can do this, as well as there's always the paid ways of doing things too, guys. You could do YouTube ads. You could do Facebook ads, right, if you wanted to. There's going to be things like blogging that you could do, right? Blogging is definitely not dead, guys. If anybody's ever told you that, it's because they're trying to sell you something. All right? There's literally people who are making tens of thousands of dollars off of blogs still to this very day. So there's definitely blogging that you could do. And just, there's just tons of different other ways that you can create content. But these are just some of the big ones that you can definitely get started with. Then, guys, what you're going to do is you're basically going to send these people who you've now funneled, right, into basically this process that's now called your affiliate marketing funnel. So you can send people from basically YouTube, from Facebook, from blogging to your landing page. So a landing page, guys, if you're not familiar with that term, so your landing page, you probably have seen it and you didn't even realize that's what it was. So a landing page is usually, guys, when you offer something to somebody. Okay, so this is going to be an offer. Okay, and you ask them basically for their name and email, right? I'm sure you've seen pages like this. It's literally just usually a one-page website that asks for somebody's name and email. Now, what you might want to offer will be dependent on whatever it is that you're selling. So, for example, if you were trying to sell hosting, like we talked about earlier, right? So something that you might want to offer somebody is, hey guys, download my free website builder training. Right? Or get access to my free website builder training right here, right? It'll literally take you from A to Z in terms of how to put your first blog together in 2 days or something like that, right? So that's your offer, right? You're offering somebody training, you're offering somebody a course on how to build their first website. And so because you're giving it away for free, people are excited about that. And then what's going to happen is that, well, I'm basically going to take you through the process, right? So now you've basically got somebody who's obviously interested in building a website. And so you're taking them to a landing page and they want your access to your training. And so basically, they're going to give you their name and email. So why do you want their name and email? Well, basically what we're going to do is we're going to actually save that name and email, guys, here to your email list. Now, let me talk for a second about why you'd want to even build an email list. The whole point, guys, that why you want to build an email list is because most people are not ready to buy today, right? We talked about that already. And so what they need, guys, is they need more information. They need more education on your product or your service, or why they need your product or service. And so the average shopper needs to be exposed or needs to be introduced to a product anywhere between 5 to 12 times before they decide that they want to buy that product. Okay, and that's why we're bombarded by different ads for different products and services all the time. And what an email list will allow you to do, guys, is it will allow you to advertise to these people, time and time again, as well as it will allow you to go ahead and create more and more value to them by educating them about your product. And so we're going to talk about that in just a second. But let's just leave that there for a minute. So after somebody has basically submitted their name and email, their name and email will be basically sent out here to your email list. As soon as they enter their name and email here, though, they're going to be taken over here. So I'm going to draw this. This is supposed to be a bridge, okay, guys? Because what's going to happen is it's going to take them to what we call a bridge page, okay? So a bridge page, you may have also heard this called a thank you page, okay? But on the thank you page, guys, what you can do is you're usually going to have a video, or at the very least a picture of yourself, okay? Where you basically introduce yourself and let them know about what to expect. Right? And this is really powerful, guys, because up until this point, basically maybe they've watched your video, they landed on your landing page to take you up on your offer, and now you're basically setting them up. So basically you're bridging the gap between what they just did, because right now what they thought they were getting into was literally just your training course or whatever offer you were giving them. Now, you don't have to do something as elaborate as a training course. You don't have to go out there and create a training course, guys, for somebody to give away a freebie. Your freebie could be something as simple as a PDF, a cheat sheet. It could be whatever you want. It could be something really, really, really simple. It doesn't have to be something too complicated. So I just wanted to mention that. So you're basically, like I said, your thank you page is going to bridge the gap between whatever offer you just offered them and what they're going to be receiving over the next few days. So what I would do is I would create like a little video, usually introducing myself, saying, hey guys, Ace is here. Your free little freebie or whatever you are offering is on its way to your inbox right now. But I also wanted to let you know what you can expect over the next few days. I'm actually going to be sharing with you, some really great tips in terms of how to build a blog or how to build a website, right? Or in the next email. So make sure you open up your emails, because I'll be sharing with you guys some really valuable tips that I've used to go ahead and build multiple websites, or get people to just flood my blog, or whatever you promise you want to give them, right? You're just trying to set up an expectation so that way they know to look out for your emails. Because what will happen is, if you don't do this stuff, guys, if you miss this part of the funnel, what's going to happen is people might start seeing your emails come through their inbox, and they're going to be like, who is this person? Why are they sending me these emails? And they won't even open your emails. They don't, because they weren't expecting it. You just send it to them randomly. And so now you've set that expectation, you've bridged the gap, and so now we can move on to the next step. All right, guys, so the next step then is to obviously send them the freebie or whatever it is that we promised to give them, right? But alongside that, what we're usually going to do is we're going to send them an email follow-up. Okay, so this is their email, right? And so what I usually do is I send them somewhere between 5 to 7 emails as a follow-up sequence, but there's no hard fast rule in terms of how many emails you need to send somebody. You can send them a lot more if you wanted to, depending on what product or service you're trying to promote. Sometimes you're going to need to send them a lot more emails, because the whole point of these emails honestly is to help educate them and help them to understand why they need your product. So in certain cases, you might want to send something more basic, something a little more simple, maybe like just a couple of emails. I like the 5 to 7 email kind of position, but I will warn you about creating really, really long sequences, just because you don't want to invest so much time and effort in creating like a 20 email follow-up if you don't even know if it's going to work. All right. So I like the 5 to 7 one because it's pretty straightforward. So what do you want to include in these emails? I know you're probably asking yourself that. So what you want to do, guys, is you want to basically help educate and help people understand why they should buy your product. So a great way to kind of get things going is by literally asking them, how can I help you? I can't tell you how many people have actually reached out to me, because I usually have one of my first emails is asking them, hey, how can I help you? I know that this can be really confusing, or this can be really overwhelming, and people often have, questions or worries about how this is going to be, or how they can make this happen for themselves. So why don't you, feel free, go ahead and email me back, reply back to this email, and I will answer your question every time, I promise, right? And so when you're just getting started, guys, that can be huge, because if people are confused, or maybe they're overwhelmed, and they don't know where to turn, right? Sometimes they just have questions that need answers. But the super affiliates and the gurus and stuff like that, they never reply to emails, right? Or you can never get in touch with them. But you have the time to actually reply back to their emails. You can actually help them, right? You can answer those questions. And so this could be a really great tool to helping you close some sales, day in and day out. Another thing that you can also do is things like question and answer emails. Question and answer emails are great. So if people maybe don't reach out to you and don't want to ask you questions directly, having a question and answer email where you're answering some of the common questions about your product or service is a great way of helping people understand why they might need your product, right? So something else I might talk about are things like misconceptions. Misconceptions is a big one, right? Because a lot of times people have these fake misconceptions of the product or service or the industry that you might be involved with. So a perfect example might be, if you're going back to the idea of hosting, and building websites or creating your own website, people might have the idea of like, to build a website, I probably need to be this really big techie, or I probably need to invest a ton of money, or I need to spend a ton of time to make this happen, or whatever the case is. So you can break down some of those misconceptions and share your knowledge and share with them, how the process actually works, how it's actually going to be. And hopefully that'll help to kind of put them at ease and help them move forward in the process of buying whatever product or service you're trying to sell them. And so basically, guys, what will happen is after you've created all these emails, what I will do is literally after every one of these emails, what I'll do is I will send these people to the next step of my funnel, which is usually a sales page. Okay. Now, if your product already has a sales page, for example, let's say your affiliate program already has pre-made sales pages or whatever, then you can literally send them to that, right? Because basically at this point, people have literally watched your content, right? So if we go through this whole flow again, guys, of everything that's happened thus far, basically people started here, right? They started with the content, right? They watched your content initially, they liked it, and then they decided to go ahead and go over to your landing page, right? Next, right? So at this point, they were able to get some sort of an offer. You gave them a freebie, right? And which helped them learn a little bit more about whatever product or service you're trying to sell them, right? Then you bridge the gap. You told them exactly what they were going to expect in terms of these these emails that were coming their way, and now you're basically going through these emails. You're providing more value. You're providing more content. You're teaching them about why your product is so great, or how it's going to help make an impact in their lives. And by this point, guys, they've literally had 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6, 7 exposures with your product and with you. And so by this point, now they're a lot more warmed up by the time they get to this page. So when they watch, let's say, like a sales video or whatever, they're going to be way more likely to want to actually buy. All right, guys, because you've taken the time to take them through this sales funnel, right? And so this is why this process is so powerful and so much more impactful, because like I told you guys earlier, most people, before they can actually buy or decide to buy something, they need to be introduced or brought back to a product anywhere between 5 to 12 times. And so by following a process like this, guys, you're able to go ahead and do that. You have 5 to 6 to 7 different exposures with them, and if you want to, you can continue to provide value to them by adding them to a regular, maybe email sequence at this point, because you have their email, so you can continue to send them more content. You can show them maybe testimonials of people who have gotten results. You can share with them, how-to videos. You can share them all tons of stuff, right? And so hopefully at some point, the more content you share with them, the more you help educate them, the more you help them along the way, the more likely they're going to want to buy. And so the way that I like to kind of describe it is that it's always the right day for somebody to buy. And so the more you grow your email list, the more you provide value, the more content you put out there, guys, the more you're going to be able to make these sales on autopilot. So I really hope this video was helpful in helping you understand a little bit more about affiliate marketing and how to build it the right way. So what I've done for you guys is, if you want to take a deeper dive in terms of the affiliate marketing funnel, learn a little bit more of how to put it together, and even see one in action, what I've done is I've left a link for you guys in the description where you guys can get access to a training that'll literally take you through A to Z in terms of how to build an effective affiliate marketing funnel. And so that's it for this video, guys, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Take care.